Hey there, welcome back. Today I'd like to clarify from a previous video. Okay, we talked about how middle C is found on the first ledger line below the treble clef staff. Okay, you can see that all throughout this first line right here, right? I'm getting this example from a book that I use when teaching piano to younger children, but it's a really clear example for anyone to follow. Okay, so you see middle C, the first ledger line below the treble clef, okay? On the keyboard, of course, it's found right in the middle of the piano, the white key that's to the left of two black keys, right in the center, okay? Middle C can also be written in the bass clef as the first ledger line above the bass clef, okay? There it is right there. That's the exact same note as this. It's played in the exact same place. So it's the same note that's written two different ways. In the treble clef, it's written on the first ledger line below the staff, and in the bass clef, it's written on the first ledger line above the staff. Okay? Now, when counting this, okay, they hadn't even gotten the time signatures yet in this part of the book, but I wrote it in 4/4. Okay, it's telling us the top number tells us how many beats per measure. Bottom number tells us which note gets one beat. When it's a 4, that means the quarter note gets one beat. 4 beats per measure. Okay, that means each of these measures gets 4 beats. Okay, so on beat 1 of the first measure, you're going to play this quarter note. It gets 1 beat. On beat 2, you're going to play this quarter note. It gets 1 beat. On beat 3, you're going to play this half note, and you're going to hold it for beats 3 and 4. Okay. You see up here, I made an attempt at drawing the Pac-Man guy. I remember from the old video game. Okay. Just like Pac-Man used to go around and eat up dots. I joke sometimes with the kids that the notes are kind of like Pac-Man. They eat up beats, right? Okay, so when you say get over here, you have a half note lands on beat 1, eats up beat 1 and 2. This one lands on beat 3, eats up beat 3 and 4, right? This whole note lands on beat 1 and it eats up the whole measure, 4 beats, okay? So the way this would be played, the way this would sound, or the way it would be sung, would be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? One thing I want to point out, I've talked about this before, when you have a treble clef and a bass clef, you have both staffs and they're joined by this bracket. That means this is the grand staff. The beat is happening at the same time. So it's not like you read one and then the other. They're happening at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right. Thanks, and we'll get to more the next time.